you're so on fire. I black out the sun. That priest, he called me a liar. While blasting his own, I'm trying not to hurt you, babe. But I want you, I need you back for good. Not trying to be pretentious, babe, but I want you back for good. I know that the match is lit, so you gotta let it go. I know this den of thieves is setting up to blow. I know when you see the truth, yeah, you see what's been foretold. Yeah, it's true. All these things that I never learned from you. Death scenes and now comes a choir. Crowd's ready for blood. Hell breaks and here comes the fire. You're lost in the flood, but I'm just trying to protect you, babe. But I want you, I need you back for good. I'm not trying to be pretentious, babe, but I want you back for good. I know that the match is lit, so you gotta let it go. I know this den of thieves is setting up to blow. I know when you see the truth, yeah, you see what's been foretold. Yeah, it's true. All these things that I never learned from you. Now I still feel you, baby. I still feel your son. And I still feel my Jesus. And I'm gonna tell everyone about the Lord, he saved me. And you know that he saved me good. And you know that girl's a troubled child. Cause you know that girl's no good. I already found out. Already found out. Already found out how good the Lord can be. Yeah!
All right, here I am. Sorry, I was sending out all the cross promotional stuff. So, hi, I'm Kaya Ariana. Welcome to my stream. I need to fix that. There we go. And I am getting, well, I was 7 followers away, and now, if doing a little math, now I am 4 followers away. The Goo Man, thank you for the follow. For the ones who followed before I switched over, that was MC90 and Nancy G11, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Hi, Mom. Welcome to the stream. For those of you who are just joining in and joining me for the first time, I'm Kaya Ariana, or Kaya for short. I am going to be turning into a multi-creative streamer, but starting out now as cross-stitch. I'm working on Summer Carousel Horse by Teresa Wentzler, which is what we're working on today. And I realize thank you, Bundits, for the host, and Serenadia, thank you for the host as well. So we are now 4 followers away from me hitting affiliate with Twitch, which is kind of exciting. I didn't think it would happen this quickly. So we're going to jump into cross-stitch. I did a little bit off stream. I had some blank space that needed to be filled in from a mistake, so I only did like 10, no, not even that many, 5 stitches total off stream just to kind of fill that in so we could move into this section here. This is working on 28 count Joblin. It's a even weave style fabric, and it's kind of a synthetic blend, so it's not as nice as your cottons or your linens, but I wanted to try it. So, yeah, I'm kind of giddy right now. It's like I didn't think I'd make it this quickly too. So I want to thank the creative community in general at Twitch. So I've been associated with Serenadia and her Moonlight Meadows, which have been awesome. kind of joined in with the Creation Nation, and a lot of the follows have come from branching out with them. So if you're here from any of those streamers' streams or any of those discords I happen to be a part of, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know I gotta see where I'm going because I'm like all giddy and excited that this could happen tonight. So, and I was a little lazy today. I didn't do contacts, so we're wearing glasses. All right, so we're gonna move up into this side here. We did that color. Looks like we're going on to 473. Do I have 473 out, or do I have to go find it? Looks like I have to go find it. And I did update my my scene. I do have finally in the corner here, right here where my hand is, I have my my finished works. So I finally have that. So you can see kind of what I do. Mostly cross stitch, but you'll see some of the other art that I'm going to be doing on stream once we move. So for those of you who are recently joining us, my husband, who if he pops in the chat, is Cujo, and I are moving, and we will have a little more space, and I'll be able to set up a more dedicated streaming environment. So that will be kind of exciting. Move you there. So right now we aren't jumping into any of the other creative endeavors that I would do. Mostly going to be doing cross stitch. Probably have one more stream this week on Friday, and I'm hoping for 2 more next week, but we'll see how the packing's going. If the packing is kind of behind, I may not stream next week. So I will post a stream schedule for next week at the end of this week, and if that goes forward, but do know that that may change day of, because moving is kind of important and kind of stressful. And if you do hear off screen, I do have a small child, and she's happily eating her chicken and pasta. Hey, Fatal! Oh yes, please work away. Oh yay, bath time for babies. And 3 and 4. I don't need to pack. But I don't have the magic wand that magically transports my stuff from where I am currently to where I will be going. So packing does need to happen at some point. So far, Cujo has been doing a lion's share of it because, first off, Cujo is amazing and best husband ever. And he does work remotely, so on his remote days, he's been able to. Megazord25, thank you for the follow. Oh, we're getting closer. This is really exciting. So, yeah, that should be, I can do math. Should be 3 more followers, and we will hit that goal. And that would be, would be floored. I may cry happy tears. I'm just so amazed at the support from the creative community and everyone to help me get there. Hey, you were my trainer at Classics. Holy cow. I think I know who you are. You can message me on Facebook to make sure. But yeah, I used to be a trainer. I used to train people. I think I went too far over. I think I may have made a mistake. That's okay. I'm excited. Yeah, I went too far over. So I am already making mistakes this early in the stream, but hey, you know, it's because I'm excited. I'm so close to being affiliated, and who knows what's going to happen next. You just PM me on Facebook. Oh, okay. Good to see you. Now I know exactly who you are. Excellent. It's always interesting when your real life crosses over into Twitch, so awesome. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in, and thank you for the follow. We're actually super close to hitting affiliate tonight. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I was 1 hole off. So for those of you who have never tuned in for cross stitch, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on Summer Carousel Horse. It is a pattern by Teresa Wentzler. Actually finally set up my chat box, so if you are actually looking for the pattern yourself, I spelled pattern wrong. can't even spell today. I forgot T. Of course, now my bot's not working. Oh well. I had it all set up, and now it's not working, so who cares? Who knows? I'll mess with it later. I had a link all set up. I was going to be fancy. Zale, Manix, thank you for the follow. Oh god, everything is bright. This is the first Switch stream since getting a new computer. The light, it burns. It happens. Just brace the light. Hey, Naka. She's just some rando. Oh, thanks, guys. I love you all. So, I totally lost track of where I was. I'll have to mess with my bot later. I have to mess with that setting. Is it bad, Naka? I apologize. I can remove the bot from chat if it's becoming a problem. No, I think I just accidentally... Totally not Kucho SR has followed. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna remove the bot because he's just causing trouble. I'll mess with him later. There we go. Now you shouldn't have any problems. Sorry, Naka. You could yell at me later. I didn't realize it was that long. I apologize, so we'll fix that later. Naka, I'm so sorry. The bot should be gone now. I have to mess with that later. It's distracting messing with stuff. And Stitch by Faye has followed. Are we at... What made me get into cross-stitching? Well, I've been cross-stitching for a long, long time. I actually more recently have started cross-stitching on my breaks at work and all that. If I check her name, let's see. Should work. Nope. Nope, she was timed out for 2 seconds. You should be okay now, Naka. Yay! I'm sorry, Naka. You can yell at me later, and I'll talk to everyone and fix it later. Sorry. I'm just all scatterbrained right now and forgetting where I'm going. So I've been cross-stitching. I use it mostly as a something fun to do. I'm sorry, Naga. I did not mean to. I have to mess with settings. I thought I had it right, and I was wrong. I just killed the bot instead. It was easier. But yeah, I use cross-stitching both for coping with anxiety. I enjoy making things. A lot of it is just because, oh, I like the pattern, I want to stitch that. And yeah, so that's, and I mainly got into it because my mother would do stitching and the like as well. So I wanted to do what my mom was doing, so, and when you want to do what your mom's doing, you learn to do it. I'm sorry, I feel terrible. I'll have to mess with stuff. But yeah, and Zale, thank you for the host. This is, yeah, this is real exciting. We're so close. There's things, there are flashing lights when I hit 50 followers. I want flashing lights. There better be flashing lights. And sirens and excitement. Yeah, usually I'm not quite so scatterbrained. I'm a little all over the place right now because of how close we are. And we are getting ready to move, so that makes things challenging as well. Okay, I did miss a stitch, but that's an easy stitch to do. There was less of this color than I thought there would be. Oh well. That's okay. After we kind of finish this brown part, I'm at 50, lights and noise and stuff. It hasn't come through yet. Yay! Oh my goodness! I don't have a hype command because I don't have a bot, so there is no hype. That's amazing. I'm kind of in awe. Did I miss a follower? Stitched by Faye, totally not Cujo. Let me pull up my channel. Hey, look! I've completed 7 achievements. There's my achievements. And look, I have completed all my achievements for Path to Affiliate. Oh my goodness, that's exciting. Oh, wow, we did it. That was fast. We did it. Yay! All the emotes. Go ahead and spam those emotes. Whatever ones you've got. I'll have to figure out what emote that I'm going to hit. I'm thinking it needs to be a duck. And all the ducks. So, for those of you who are just tuning in who don't know me very well, I love ducks. And I collect rubber duckies, and there is actually, was a shelf of rubber duckies in the bathroom. They are now in a box labeled, "We need to talk about the ducks." Because all the ducks. So I'm thinking some kind of duck emote or whatnot. Yay! Hey, Serenity! We just hit 50 followers, and I finished my Path to Affiliate achievement. So I'm not sure what happens next. I'm guessing there's an email or something from Twitch, and we go from there. So that's kind of exciting. Yay! So now everyone's just spamming emotes in my chat because it's kind of exciting. Actually, it's very exciting. Duck hype, yes, ducks. We will have ducks. There will be ducks, and we will not have to talk about these ducks. We can ignore these ducks and let them know. You got an email time by the time of ship. Yay! So yeah, I honestly, I've been streaming not that long. I literally just started, and big thank you to the you're fine with your caps. Have fun. Big thank you to the creative community, because without the creative community, I would not have gotten here this fast. Everyone is so super supportive. It's just amazing. So I'm gonna give a couple shout outs to people in my stream. If I miss somebody, please let me know. First off, it was Sarah Nadia who kind of got me the idea. Oh, I could do this. Saren streams so many different things, cross stitch to making Teresa life, dream catchers. If it can be done easily on a table, she might do it on stream. It is amazing. She's so good at it, and it's so fun to watch and hang out in her streams. Naka streams when she can, but she's got small children, so that always makes things a little difficult sometimes. Let's see who Buttnits streams as well. She does mostly knitting and some cross stitch and other variety of things. Let's see, what else? Did I miss anyone else? Serenity 4084. She's a variety streamer. I tuned in for a game stream, and I've seen her do makeup and all kinds of neat stuff. Space Craze, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I'm Kyariana. I'm cross stitching, and I'm a little scatterbrained right now because we just hit 50 not too long ago. So yay! 50 followers were there, and I had all the other achievements. So I'm kind of shaking right now. I'm so excited, and I'm completely lost my train of thought. This is kind of exciting and amazing, and I don't know what color I'm looking for. So I'm working on this carousel horse, and if I can figure out where I am, I know where I am in the pattern. If I can figure out where I am in terms of what yeah, where we're going and not too crazy. So yay, thank you. Yeah, I'm a little scatterbrained right now, and I'm usually not so scatterbrained. So this is super exciting, and I don't believe it. Again, so we're going to try to focus on the carousel horse and not go, oh my god, the entire stream. So we're just working on getting this back half of the saddle done so that I can move into this ruffly bit on the butt of the horse. Next up is getting subscribers. You know, I'm not going to stress subscribers. It will happen as it happens. If people want to subscribe to crazy little old me, go for it. It was just more of the kind of, hey, I can do this. Hey, I'm almost here. And I don't believe it. Mainly the speed, how quickly it took. I have no idea. Button is such a play program the lighting. Okay. Cyberpunk keyboards shall live again. Yay, making keyboards work again. Yeah, this is super exciting. Second beta time, I guess. I don't know what's more wet, me or he discovers splashing with his feet. Yeah, I wish that my little one would discover that splashing in the bathtub is fun and would stop freaking out about the bathtub, because I'm at the point where to get her to be calm in the bathtub, I've got to sit in the tub with her, which is fine. I don't mind. But I would really like this to stop so that she can take a bath and I can sit next to her by the tub. Yay, thank you, Fatal. Oh, I know but yeah, my head's going a million miles a minute with hitting this goal. It's super exciting, and I'm more rambling more than I usually do. So yay, excitement! Second time bathing him on your own. Okay. We did recently go swimming with the baby in her own little kind of floaty boat thing. There are actually some really cool things you can put babies in the pool, that they have their own little boats. And she, other than being upset about the cold for the first part of it, she really kind of enjoyed it afterwards. So I'm hoping that moving forward, baths will be better. Which is funny, because I love water. Yes, little one, you can be excited too. Mommy hit a major goal. And we just totally messed up my stitch. That's okay. So if I don't get much stitching done on this stream, we all know why, and that's okay, because yay, goal met. There we go. Now I see what I'm doing. So this particular pattern, I'm going to refocus myself back onto what we're working on. This pattern is one of 4 seasonal carousel horses by Teresa Wentzler. I decided to do summer, partly because we're going into summer, and partly because I'm going to alternate working on the carousel horses between seasonal dragons. I have started with the spring seasonal dragon, probably because I started in the springtime. It was in progress for so long. If it comes up on the slideshow, it's on a green fabric, so I'll give you an idea of that. How many times have you stabbed your finger? I'm only asking because my wife does cross-stitching and she always gets her finger. Depends. I half jokingly, half serious believe that it's not a project until you make a blood sacrifice. This one I have not stabbed my finger yet, but I have on various other projects, and I have definitely drawn blood. So there's no secret to it. So you bleed. That's how it works. I didn't realize your wife did cross-stitch Megazord, and that's awesome. Having water in the tub, that's just a nutty idea. It should be splashed out. Yeah, I mean, water's for splashing, isn't it? At least I think it is. In theater costumes, considered good luck for an actor who wears a garment that the seamstress bled on. That makes sense to me. Hey, Mom, have you heard that one about good luck with for the actor if you bleed on the garment? I only asked my mom, SL So. She does theater costuming and wardrobe, so she would. I don't know if she's heard that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if she's bled on a few bled for a few projects herself. She got into a couple years ago. She's done some small ones, but currently doing a poster-sized one of Kingdom Hearts. Excellent. I have not gotten into the super big cross stitches yet. There are some. I am toying with the idea of this massive Pokemon one. I downloaded the pattern. I looked at the pattern. I looked at the flossless requirement, and I'm really thinking about it. But it's not going to be for a while because, well, I've got so many other projects going on right now, and a couple that are already lined up to go. So we can't jump into new, huge projects quite yet. Sale and poke up E-blades. When it was just Amy, that's exactly what I did. Yeah, Fatal, that's what I'm doing. I've been sitting in the tub with the baby just to make sure that, to keep her from climbing out, because she's in the thing where she can stand up and pull herself up on things. So I don't want her climbing up out of the bathtub. So we're just establishing a little bit of this corner here, and then we're going to move into the ruffle butt. And it looks like, unfortunately, ruffle butt's going to start off with some boring colors, but that's okay. Ruffle butt it is. I was a seamstress for all 4 years of college and bled on a couple, mainly because I had to sew a crescent roll on a jacket shoulder made of 3 layers of fabric. Woo, that was not fun. The actress won an award for her role. Excellent. Yeah. I don't do a lot of costuming myself. I can sew. I can sew straight lines. I can make pillows. I make my own grime guards. I have done a tiny bit of 16th century costuming. It was mostly straight lines and a surcoat. And yeah, that's about it. I'd like to be able to sew a little bit more. I'd like to be able to make some of my own costumes, but it's time. And Naka, if you're an adult, I'm an adult. It's all good. I'm excited about the ruffle butt too. Besides, growing up is not fun. Well, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. And I am not gonna grow up. Instead, we are gonna work on a carousel horse, and then we're gonna work on a ruffle butt on a carousel horse, and I'm gonna say ruffle butt as much as I can because it sounds silly. Visual band usually ruffle butt. But it's totally a technical term. There's a ruffle on the butt of the horse. I don't know, I've seen some people say a lot more colorful things on stream. Some of the people that my husband likes to follow. I'm also hoping that when we move into the new place, the table situation will be better so I don't have to lean so far forward to keep things in frame. Hi Giggles, welcome! Thank you for joining us. We're working on Summer Carousel Horse right now. I recently just hit 50 followers and completed my affiliate goals to become an affiliate, so I'm a little scatterbrained right now. And I do apologize for that in advance. Yeah, there's the follow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Giggles. 3475. And hi, Elf. Hugs all around. Yeah, we did it. Or I did it. And Tamaria's 69. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. If I butcher your name, I do apologize in advance. Oh, okay. Nice. I'll have to toss a follow back your way as well. Thank you so much. Some of you may know my husband, Cujo SR. I am in a Discord with him as well. I did start up my own Discord. I am working getting things organized before I start giving people the link in. We've decided that I'm going to call it Kaya's Duck Pond. Because ducks. Guess what, Rufflebutt? That is going to be the tagline. Rufflebutt. That's all you need to know. What's Kaya's streams? Rufflebutts and ducks. Yes, ducks! Oh, I know, I'm so excited about the ducks! All the ducks! Awesome! Thanks! Thank you for following, for sharing that follow, love. Ruffle. Oh my god, I gotta figure out how to draw that. I think we need to find you a duck pattern stitch on the stream. Actually, there is one, and I think after we move on, may have to buy it. Peacock and Fig, who are the ones doing the sassy Salty Mermaid stitch along, are she's got some sassy salty cross stitches, and one of them has a duck, and it says "Get ducked," because I totally meant to. My autocorrect totally knows that I meant to say duck. So Giggles, what do you stream? Do you stream games? Do you stream creative? Let's see. Okay, I saw where I was going. You probably did mean to say duck, unlike the rest of us. Sometimes I do mean to say duck. I mean, I do. There's a reason why when I was going through my mom's fabric, I stole the duck fabric to make a grime guard. Awesome. Streaming games. What games do you stream? Do you, there's all kinds of games. I occasionally have surprise World of Warcraft streams. Haven't lately because I've been getting busy, getting ready to move. But probably do some more once we're settled. Might stream games before I can get back into doing cross-stitch, depending on how soon I can get a space set up. So Cujo and I are moving a week from Saturday, and then the following Wednesday, we are going camping. And this has already been planned for a while, so we're not going to cancel our camping trip, but it is going to make things interesting. It's like moves, barely settle, go camping, and all that. PUBG, Fortnite, other multiplayer. Oh, very awesome. I enjoy watching people play PUBG and Fortnite. I don't like playing those games. That's not my type of game. But, oh, awesome. Charity streams. Very cool. Yay. Well, hopefully. Yeah, well, I'm going to use camping kind of in quotes. Camping. By camping, we almost borderline glamp. We have quite the setup. Cujo and I are heavily involved in medieval recreation and reenactment, and we are going to war. And by war, I mean camping and having fun, and we both do historical fencing, so we will be doing melee scenarios and all types of fun stuff. Let's see. Okay. How did I lose where I was? So that one there. Did I miss a... Okay, hang on. I might have missed something. Let me look. You think their camping is more rustic than mine? You should see the tent that we stay in. I promise pictures at some point. Let's see. So we were here. That's there. Okay. And then... I hate when you think you've made a mistake, but you can't tell. Okay, there's 2 rows of that. Okay, I see what's going on. Oh, wow. You used to sit and watch your mom embroider all the time. Excellent. Yeah, I did the same, and I decided that I wanted to do it too. And about the time I was probably about 3. Pictures coming soon. Okay, Cujo. Are you linking? Okay. I know there's a picture on, I think, there's a picture on my iPhone that doesn't help you, but there might be a picture on your personal Facebook somewhere. OneDrive is probably the better option. But when I was 3, my mom was working on some cross-stitch gifts for my cousins, and I wanted to do what she was doing, so she got me some. It's probably 11 count Ada. I picked a color. I just wanted purple. She gave me the biggest needle that you could probably find. I remember doing it I don't remember all the details, and the details that come from my mom telling me the story. And I made a bunch of long stitches all over my little Ada cloth, and it was a zebra. And it is in a box somewhere. I don't know if it's one of my boxes in storage or one of my boxes that are still at my parents', but once it's found, it is totally going into my finished work slideshow because I think that would be hilarious, and people can ask about that. And that would be completely awesome. Everyone can see my super early attempts at embroidery. I then went further, and I started a lot of projects once I learned how to read a chart and a pattern, but I never finished anything. The first project I actually finished is this one behind me. It's hard to see, it's also in the slideshow. It's of some hummingbirds, and it was, gifted it to my late grandmother, and after she passed, she still had it, and my mom and my aunt felt that it was probably best that I had it again. So I decided to put up on the wall behind me for streaming purposes for now. It will probably have a place in the new stream space in the new place. Are you waiting for the beaded hummingbird Saren makes? I kind of want one of the beaded dragons that Saren makes. Nadia does beaded work as well, and she has these gorgeous beaded dragons. But I'm also kind of toying with the idea of getting a tree of life to go in one of the windows of the new place, because I think that would be really pretty as well. I don't know. There's so much going on. My mind is racing. There's a million things going on right now, and I'm so excited and just kind of happy to have everyone here and hanging out and having fun tonight. You have lots of your work. You 10 out of 10 wanted to do Etsy. Yeah. No worries, Cujo. Cujo's also, not only is he looking for a picture of our camping setup, but he is also managing baby wrangling right now, so he is one amazing dad. Naka is one of Saren's mods, so she would probably, I could see why she would want to do commands, stream elements commands. I thought I had my bot worked out. I'll fix it up, I'll mess with it. Probably not going to worry about it till we get back from, camping and war, so I'll make it easier. So much stuff. Between your mom and you, there's 4 dream catchers, 2 trees of life, 3 tree keychains, 1 beaded dragon with a second beaded dragon in queue. I only have a keychain. I love my little keychain. It's right here. Hanging out next to my Yandu. And I'm getting loop knots because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, and I really hope that I don't have to cut this. Let's see what's going on. There, I fixed it. Your keychain is on your car keys. I always play with it. I love it so much. On my car keys, I have a leather fob that a friend of mine made. It's got a Mickey Mouse ears and a crescent symbol that is used with the medieval group I do. So it's kind of like yay, it's both. You guys are so amazing. I really appreciate all the love. Well, Saren, you are amazing in yourself, and your crafts are gorgeous, and if I had all the money in the world, I would probably buy all the things, because I want all the things. It's almost 3 a.m. here, so you're going to have to go, but I'll definitely be back. Oh, thanks, Giggles! Thanks for stopping in! Most of my streams are in the evening, my time, but I'm hoping to, once we're settled, maybe throw a weekend stream in the middle of the day so people who are on the East Coast can tune in. So I know I often stream kind of late for those people. But yeah, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the follow, and I will be following you back as soon as I can easily get to my computer, not focus what I'm doing. I'm getting sloppy, so I'm getting all these loop knots, and I just want, I want to finish this color so we can move into the ruffle, but You're back. I was saying my cat cam for your stream. Yay, cat cam! We probably won't have dog cam on this stream. I'm hoping once we're settled, maybe we can get a better look at the puppy. Well, she's not a puppy, she's a full-grown dog. But last time I brought her on stream, she looked really, really concerned and wasn't sure what was going on. But that's usually her look, so it's not too far off from actuality. Have a good night, Giggles. Thanks for joining us. And if she was a smaller dog, I'd just pick her up and show her on stream. But she's not. I have a 78-pound greyhound. She's a great dog. A wonderful dog. She is not a small dog. Your cat would never sit still for a cat cam. Well, it's not like you can put the cat in a box like you can other animals. Now, Quiche, who is my greyhound, if we put a camera on her, it would be mostly her sleeping. That's basically what she does. We adopted basically a tall cat, is the joke. You have 3 very codependent cats who always want to be next to me, so I put a cat bed on my desk. Now I want a camera that will capture all the cute things they do. That's awesome. Yeah, the dog doesn't do cute things. She sleeps. She sleeps like a cockroach. She sleeps on her side. She sleeps curled up. That's what the dog does. She's like a cat. Only a dog. One problem I sometimes, if I'm not paying close attention with even weave, is I will come up through the wrong hole. What makes even weave different from Aida cloth is that it's just even sections of holes, where Aida cloth tends to have very distinctly where the crosses go. Even weave's great for things when you're doing partial stitches because you always have a place to put your needle instead of fighting with the Aida cloth to find a place to put your needle. So if I'm not paying close attention, I might come up in a place that I wasn't supposed to. But it does make it much easier. We're almost done with this color and we can move into the ruffles. Yay, ruffle butt. I don't know why I like saying that. It just sounds ridiculous. It's probably somebody else's fault. I'm gonna blame somebody else. Derpy Dev, I blame Naka. Hi, I'm somebody else. Was it you, Naka, who said ruffle butt? I was talking about ruffly bits, and that might have been where it evolved from. But in some cases, it's more fun to be a kid and say silly things like that. Plus, moving into the ruffle part is going to pick up some of... I've got some missed stitches in here, that colors I haven't done or areas I missed, which is really easy to do. The pattern I'm working on is not a PDF. I've got off here camera. I've got my pattern up on an easel and a magnetic board, which is great for seeing the pattern, but this is a hand-drawn pattern, and sometimes it's hard to tell what the symbols are, and some of them look identical. And I might have picked stitches more than once because I misread the symbol. Especially through here. This uses a outline triangle and then a solid triangle in similar colors. Your daughter's fan of ruffle butt. Well, babies look cute in ruffle butts. Actually, soon we're going to put my little one into the Donald Duck costume because of duck butt. And Donald Duck is my favorite Disney character, so that is why my daughter is going to be Donald Duck. No other reason. Alright, so now that we are done with that color in this section, so you can actually really tell that it's a saddle now, this part here, and it does kind of loop into the section here. going to the cinch strap on the saddle. So we're going to move into this section here, which is a ruffle bit, and just make up the ruffle butt of the horse, because then there's flowers and more ruffles. So that's where we're going. The link is not clickable, Cujo, but you can copy and paste. What's a saddle? The part that goes in the horse that you sit on. It's all good, Cujo. It's alright, Buttnuts. I understand. Family stuff comes up, and that's kind of... family always comes first. Yeah. So Cujo, what Cujo posted there, that link thing, is a picture of our camping setup when we do our serious glamping. I'm not sure which picture he pulled. No lifeguards was the world coming to. Is that from Great Western War, Cujo? Okay, the year... No, we wouldn't... No, because you didn't have that set up yet, did you? That would have been the first year that I didn't go with you. Sorry, Naka. Family listen to. Yeah, I know how that is, Buttnuts. Do you want... Okay, what color are we going into? So we're moving into the ruffly butt on this horse. Oh, Naka, don't cry! Do you really want to be a mod? That could be dangerous if we give Naka power in too many channels. You kind of volunteered yourself for daycare, Judy, till June. For June. Oh, don't give you swords. Saren's just crazy. Hey, swords are awesome. I love swords. Alright, so now it might be a little hard to see what color I'm going to be working on. I'm working on... This is, you can see, it's kind of a white. It's a blend of two colors, ivory, or no, it's a blend of white and ivory? I think it's white and ivory. White and cream, which on ivory colored fabric doesn't show up. But trust me, it's going to layer in the ruffle, and once we get to the back stitching, which is way down the road, it will even show up even better. So let's see where we're going. Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of counting, so I apologize. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. So I will not be streaming tomorrow because I actually have to do real life stuff. I have a meeting I have to go to in the evening. And I really should go. I've missed the last couple. Not because of streaming, just because of reasons. And you counted that wrong. How do you know I counted that wrong, Naka? You don't know where I was going. With even weave, I always count N1 and 2, because that way I can count each hole and not get lost. Because with even weave, I am working over 2. Working 2 over 2. But I will be streaming Friday, and I'm half tempted to do something else on stream Friday in terms of cross-stitch, just because it's kind of exciting, but I don't have anything new to start. And I don't want to start anything new while we move, so we might have to do the celebratory I Hit affiliate stream when I get back from camping, and that might justify a new on-stream start just for excitement. It may not be done because I really kind of want to push to get this one done, but we'll see. He pulled out the big guns, called your mom to yell at your brother. I haven't done that. You might or might not stream tomorrow. Gonna depend on when I sleep. Okay, well, if you do stream and I'm available, Elf, I will tune in. Something Elf streams cross stitch as well, so check her out. She's working on this massive Pokemon project. It is huge. It is kind of amazing. It's the original 151 Pokemon, and it's kind of exciting to see how she's been doing. She's been rocking through it. Under a year into it, and hoping to be finished by the end of the year. You have to work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow night. Oh, that's gonna be uck. Oh yeah, yuck. I hate third shift. I haven't done a third shift in a very long time. You gotta stay up tonight and get your poor body used to it. There's no getting used to third shift sometimes. It just is. You wanted to cycle already, but they screwed you up and make you work 12 to 4 a day. Well, that's not cool. Stupid jobs, doing stupid stuff. I did that a few times doing grad nights. I would work from like 11 till 2 in the morning, or 11 till 3, sometimes 11 till 5. And then I'd have to work from 4 to midnight the same night. Hey Hikari, welcome. Hope everything's going good for you. You're gonna try to stay up late as you can tonight and do a nap tomorrow. That sounds like a plan. We are officially moving into the ruffle butt portion of the stream. It's a little hard to see because it is in neutral colors on neutral fabric. Naka, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. They gave you a flippin' opening shift today and you were so screwed up and said good evening over the PA system. Oh, I've done that type of stuff. I have forgotten what attraction I've been at. I have said all kinds of fun stuff. Is that an otter butt? Naka, you have some of the most amazing emotes. Let's see. Trying to figure out exactly where I'm going, and crazy is not on the list because I'm already there. There we go. Just moving right along, laying in this color, and then the next color, unfortunately, will probably be another neutral color because this ruffle is, you can look in the preview picture in the corner, the ruffle is kind of a neutral spot. And it is mixed, I'm trying to look at what colors are coming up. W, what is the upside down F? Beige brown, very light. Okay. Watched the Netflix documentary about the women astronauts, Mercury 13. It talked about how men would go crazy within a couple hours in the sensory de- deprivation tank, but women enjoyed it. I want to try it. I think it could be very relaxing. Kind of unplug and tune out the world inside. So many neat things on Netflix. I've so behind on watching so many different things. Cujo and I finally saw Black Panther, so yay! If you haven't seen Black Panther yet, it did hit digital release Tuesday, so yay for those of you who've missed it. And it will be on Blu-ray DVD, I think, next week. And so now that we've seen that, we're going to try to figure out a time that we might be able to go see Infinity War, because my friends have not been my really close friends have been very good. More of my acquaintances on Facebook have not been very friendly in terms of letting small spoilers slip on Infinity War. So I'm a little disappointed in people. But hey, if we didn't have a baby, we would have gone and seen it opening night, because we have been seeing Marvel movies like that for a while. Cujo and my first date was Iron Man 3, and it was kind of our tradition to go see every Marvel movie possible together, because it reminded us of our first date. And then so the last Marvel movie we saw in theaters was Spider-Man Homecoming, which we enjoyed. I was very pregnant and very uncomfortable, so we did sit in comfy seats. And then we saw Thor Ragnarok not that long ago. If any of you people, Avengers spoiler memes are all over in the images that are nigh impossible to avoid without disconnecting. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm at. That's where a couple things have been mentioned, and it's like, come on, people. A close friend of mine, basically posted a big thing about how don't spoil the movie. If you need to talk about it here, I created this Facebook group. Let's all go talk about it together over here. And she's really anti-spoiler. She'd let me know that a lot of the big things in Harry Potter were spoiled for her before she read them, so she's been very anti-spoiler since then. And some people are like, well, you should go see it. I'm like, are you going to babysit for me? Are you going to watch my child so I can go see the movie? I'm not taking my baby to the movie. First off, it's too loud for her. Second, it's not courteous to other people, and I'm not going to do that. I don't like when people bring their babies to movies. I'm not going to bring mine. And Cujo and I saw Star Wars separately just so that we could go see it. Same with Ready Player One. We both really liked Ready Player One, the book, so we kind of pushed to see that film. That's why my answer in any public forum is any kind of, I didn't like it, you should go see it. Aw, thanks, Budnets. There are options. I've had some friends offer to babysit, but just has been a matter of timing right now. With us getting ready to move, we're not going to be able to go see Infinity War until after the move in a couple weekends. So probably mid-June, maybe, if we're lucky. There's a lot going on in June for us, so I'm not in a rush. I'd love to go see it, but again, taking care of the baby comes first. Yeah, my opinion about the movie is, you can say that you saw it, you can say whether you liked it or disliked it, and you can tell me to go see it. Or you can tell me not to go see it, because it'll be a waste of my money. Because most of those things are, or don't bother seeing it, wait till it comes out on Blu-ray, are perfectly legitimate things to say that don't say anything about spoilers. Totally understand we've been broke because of the wedding. Oh, One Up Girl, yes, we made it. 53 followers, yes, yay, yeah. I had it not too long ago. I'm kind of excited and has been super giddy. So I'm just thank you again. Thank you, One Up Girl. If you aren't following One Up Girl, it is Perler streaming as well as Crochet. You said some of the fam. I think some of them popped in. Awesome. Yeah. And One Up's girls streams are just kind of fun to hang out in. Real fun. Lots of neat conversation. and she likes tea, and anyone who likes tea is awesome. Yeah, Avengers will be in the theaters for a while. Yeah, I didn't make tea today. I did have a cup of Buddha's Blend, which is a white tea that I really loved earlier, but I'm drinking water right now. It's been kind of warm, and I haven't bothered to make iced tea. Oh, you're welcome, One Up Girl. You sent me so much love to help me kind of get me over the hump and get me closer. That the least I can do is send the love back. I do like Buddha's Blend, One Up Girl. What I recommend is boil your water and then let it sit for a while, and then steep it at, because you don't want your water too hot for white tea, and then steep it like the minimum amount that it recommends, and that usually makes it perfect. Oh my gosh, almost June Adagio was out of the sampler tins. They come back in June. Yay! I haven't ordered gotten any tea from Adagio yet. I kind of haven't ordered tea in a while. The last I ordered tea was in the fall because I was out of Earl Grey, and Earl Grey is my go-to favorite. So that's the one thing. There's a couple tea times I'll just order tea because I'm out of my favorite teas, and then we move forward from there. Let's see, where was I going? Okay. Yeah. So, kind of a tea-related funny story. Cujo and I went to Walt Disney World for our honeymoon. It's been 2 years ago, and we went in at Walt Disney World Epcot. They've got a Twinings has a tea shop, so I bought some loose leaf Twinings because it's hard to find Twinings loose leaf locally. I've not looked very hard, but it was one of the few places I knew I could easily get it, and plus I got a little bit of a discount, so why not? So I bought that, and then we were in Disney Springs, formerly known as Downtown Disney, doing shopping, and they had tea in another shop, and I went home with quite a bit of tea from Walt Disney World, much to my husband's annoyance, because he does not drink tea like I do. I'm trying to rebuild your tea stash. You've pretty much drank everything or tossed out old stuff. Yeah, my tea stash, I've got my favorites. I've got Earl Grey, an Irish breakfast. I've also got some Jamancha green tea, and I've got a couple white teas. It's always Downtown Disney. You know me, Bunnets. I've got to try to call it by the correct name. You know, all that branding and whatnot. Let's see. One. Sorry, focusing on where my needle needs to go next. Yeah, just as Hollywood Studios always BMGM. Yep. Recommendations. I see you like to passion tea lemonade from Starbucks. Back when it's mixed with vanilla and orange syrup, but not when they got rid of the orange. Can you recommend anything on that? I like the passion tea lemonade without sweetener myself. I do not like a sweet tea, like artificially sweetened. I've never been a fan of sweet tea. So when it comes to the passion tea is a hibiscus-based tea, so you're probably look at you might like Red Zinger or Lemon Zinger. I might try Lemon Zinger with sweetener. Might be something similar. The orange balance out the berry flavors. Okay, yeah. Well, I like it just straight without the sweetener, just the lemonade to sweeten it for me. In that case, yeah, you might try like Celestial Seasonings makes has a couple different zinger teas. They also do a berry zinger that might be pretty good iced. At least they used to. I haven't bought teas from Celestial Seasonings in quite a long time. I discovered loose leaf tea and became a tiny bit of a tea snob, preferring most loose leaf to most bag teas. But there are so many great blends of teas, not just. Yeah, David's tea isn't the most natural, but I do like a lot of their teas. I'm kind of hoping that with Teavana going out of business, David's tea will take over some of those locations, and I might have closer David's teas, because there's like two in the greater Southern California region, and neither one of those are near me at all. I think the closest is 45 minutes without traffic. Frozen raspberry. I haven't tried any of the recent seasonal teas from David's Tea. I used to get those boxes quite frequently, but then I built up too much of a tea stash and had to stop. I do continue to get their what's it called? Their advent calendar every year because it's a great way to sample some of their teas. There's Tea Place National Harbor, Maryland, and they had a white raspberry loose leaf that I enjoy, but was super expensive, so no go anymore. Yeah, depending on the teas, it can be super expensive. With one thing nice about David's tea, every $100 you spend at David's tea over a course of a certain amount of time, you get I think it's a point for every dollar. So every $100 you earn free tea. So I cash in my frequent steeper points and get the white teas that are more expensive because I like them, but I'm not going to spend that much on tea. So I use my points to get them. You're talking to the girl who lived in the South and practically sweats fat from all fried foods down here. Yeah, I think maybe it's 25 milligrams. It's like 2 ounces of tea. Which is is a fair amount of tea. So that's how I get a lot of my more expensive teas. I try different teas. And was gifted for Christmas, and this was actually right before we announced that we were pregnant. But my friend knew that we were talking about having a baby and that we were trying, and she bought me a box of all the caffeine-free teas as a Christmas gift, just as a kind of a preemptive, and it was kind of sweet. Zenora, thank you for the follow. Welcome. My name is Kaya, and I am a cross-stitcher working on Summer Carousel Horse. Right here, So welcome. You can get passion tea in tea bags from the grocery store. I know it's super weird, but actually I found some really nice teas at Marshall's or Ross, and those are not expensive at all. Yeah, there's some really decent teas out there. You don't have to be super snobbish about your teas. It all depends on what you like. If you like it and it tastes good and you're happy with the ingredients, go ahead and drink it. But yeah, I got really into tea in college when it was way easier to brew a cup of tea than it was to brew coffee. I still do drink coffee, I just don't drink as much as I used to. And even now, awesome, yay, cross stitch. Even now, I still drink more tea as my husband does not like coffee. So it's harder to brew a single cup of good coffee than it is to brew a single cup of good tea. So while I do drink coffee occasionally, I tend not to as much. Camping, I'll probably drink coffee. Well, we're pretty chill here, Zen. I hope it helps. Just listening. Somehow I need to work on removing something from my playlist that sound Christmassy. There we go. And the giggling, if you can hear it in the background, is my little one. I think my husband is tickling her because she was being kind of grumpy. It's getting close to her bedtime, but she's an overall good baby. Sounds like you need a tea pack to be sent your way, Elf. Keep on hand, seasoned cinnamon apple and peppermint flavors. I do like Celestial Seasonings peppermint tea. It's a good go-to for peppermint tea. I like to keep a peppermint tea around for my tummy sometimes. I need it. Let's see. Now where are we going? So working on this, it's hard to see what I've done here, but we're working on ruffles on this butt of the horse because it's fun to say ruffle butt, and it's actually what we're working on. Let's see. Okay, so we're in this column, and then we are actually right there. That works out pretty well. And I'm working on 28 count even weave. And I'm working two threads over 2. I just lost where I was. Crap. There we go. Let's try that again. Try to substitute and increasing hydrating fluids. You don't do enough every day. I drink a lot of water as it is. I like water. It's actually, when I'm not drinking tea, it's my go-to. I usually about this time of year I would start making iced tea for the fridge, but since we are actually moving in a week, a little more than a week, moving on a week from Saturday, there's really no point in me making tea for the refrigerator. We're trying to use things up, and I don't think I would drink the tea fast enough. I'm a big tea fan or water. Yeah, I can see that. But I do have a tea press from David's Tea that does both hot or ice, depending on what your mood. I think you need to get your hubs to tickle Zen. No. I drank a lot of sparkling water when I was pregnant because the carbonation settled my stomach, so that helped a lot. And I got some of the ones that weren't artificially sweetened or anything. I think Sparklets made them, and those were really tasty, like the lemon and the mandarin orange ones. I just got a point where I was tired of ginger ale. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like ginger ale, but I got really tired of ginger ale. Most exclusively Pepsi. It's not the carbonated, it's Pepsi. Yeah, I don't like Pepsi, so that's easy for me. I've always been more of a Coke drinker myself. I wish the color I was choosing to stitch with right now was a little more easy to see on this fabric, but unfortunately it's not. I'm kind of half tempted to pick up a color here instead of moving more into the ruffle because I believe, yeah, it's going to be a little easier to see. You really wanted to buy SodaStream to make some of the flavored sparkling waters at home, especially since the store brand sparkling water that I buy is going bankrupt. Aw, that's a bummer. So it's always a bummer when the things you like are... We found at work that they are losing at least 2 employees this week. Wow. Here's to hoping that you get the other job that you are looking for. My only thing with process, I almost never finish a project. I was the same way for a very long time. And then when I had finished a couple here and there, but not many. And I'd moved in with my now husband, then boyfriend, and I got a hair up my butt of I've got to finish these. I have so many different works in progress, and I powered through all but one, maybe it was 2. I got all but one finished, and I just powered through them, and I just kept working on them, and I was determined. And from there, I've kind of been able to, definitely been able to work a little better on finishing my projects. What's helped me recently, like, unless I get eaten by the dog, finishing projects. What's really helped for me recently is discovering the mystery stitch-alongs. And those are awesome because they release a little portion of the stitch every month. You can finish up that portion and then you can put it aside and not worry about it. And for me, that's really helped break up the monotony of working on a large project. So currently, yeah, mystery solves our life. I totally agree with that. So currently, I have 7 works in progress. I have this one here, Summer Carousel Horse. I have 2 mystery stitch-alongs. One releases on the 1st, and one releases on the 15th. So it's great to kind of space out. So the mystery stitch-alongs are Into the Jungle by Frosted Pumpkin and Dogs Through Time, which is being run by Lakeside Needlecraft, but it's a pattern by Doreen Jones. I have another pattern by Frosted Pumpkin that was being released in 2 parts. called Spring Garden, and that one comes out. I've got an ocelot in progress that just I'm having problems finishing. It's not holding my interest like I thought it would. It's not got a lot of confetti, the skipping around of colors, but it's just not holding my excitement with it. So I'm struggling to work on it and finish it. And then I know I'm missing. Oh, then I've got these koi fish that I'm working on for my mom. That one's kind of big, and I've been doing about a page of it a month. There's only 8 pages, and I've done 5 of them. So I have 3 more pages and the back stitching to go. And the last one, I'm working on a small stitch inspired by a pattern I finished called Chinese Phoenix. It was just a smaller portion of it. And I work on that one when I'm at work and don't have a lot of space to work. You can only trash one purler. It was almost done. I dropped my tweezers on it. I was like, I'm putting these beads back in their boxes. Yeah, I've done that where you mess something up and you're like, I'm done. Oh yeah, bud, go ahead and lurk. I've done that where I've messed something up and I have to put it away for a while because I'm like, I can't look at this. I did all this work and now that actually kind of happened recently. It will come up in the slideshow. It's kind of colorful. It's a Chinese Phoenix, and I had gotten to the point where I had just finished up all the cross stitching, and then I realized as I took it off the hoop, this is before I started using Q-snaps. This is actually not that long ago. This is the end of January. I took it off the hoop, and I realized that something had snagged or cut it incidentally, and I had this hole in the corner of it, and I was just devastated. Because I put all that work, all those hours into stitching this Phoenix, and now it was ruined. Well, luckily my mom is kind of an amazing person and knew a way to fix it. So I folded it up, put it in a plastic Ziploc bag to keep it safe, and forgot about it till I could go visit my mom. And my mom's not that far away. It's an hour drive, almost an hour and a half depending on the traffic. So it was just a matter of getting down to see my mom. And we patched the hole. I picked out the stitching, I cleaned up the hole, I patched it, I redid the stitching, I did the back stitching, and now unless you know exactly where the hole is, you can't find it. So I'm really pleased with that. And that kind of restored my confidence that I hadn't screwed everything up too bad. Yeah, so I'm basically going to be working on this one for a couple more days, and then it gets to be put away in a box until we move. And then once we're moved, I can come back out of the box and I can work on it again. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this one's going to take me. By doing it on stream, I'm kind of got an estimate of the time, which is kind of cool. Because I've never really actually done like hour timing of how long a cross stitch project takes me. I usually have a start and finish date, which doesn't account for any time that I put it aside for a while or I wasn't thinking about it, but you're working on Final Fantasy IV crafting stuff, but I want to know how you get 3 boiled eggs from 1 chicken, egg, and water. I want to know that too, because if I can boil 1 chicken egg and get 3 chicken eggs, that would be amazing. All the chicken eggs. Sometimes you gotta keep your deep breath and keep going. Yeah, but sometimes you gotta put away that project for a bit to separate yourself from it before you have the headspace to work on it again. Yeah, I was very pleased with myself after I finished up the damaged. It is on my Instagram, which my Instagram is the same name as my Twitch handle, so I'm at Kaiariana on Instagram as well. So it is in there, it's buried somewhere. I'll probably Throwback Thursday it again because I think it's kind of one that needs to be showcased. Alright, so we've got some ruffles moving in. I've got a couple more spots to go with the ruffles, and then we're going to move into some green, which will be a little more interesting than this blend of white and cream. I was like, what color is this? So this particular cross stitch does use blended colors, and if you've never cross stitched with blended colors or aren't familiar with cross stitching terms, blended, it's also called a twirl or tweed. Oh, my little one's getting upset. We'll see how long she can last. I may have to end my stream a little earlier than I planned because of the little one. Tweed, yeah, tweeding. I knew there was a term. Twill is a certain weave of how you weave fabric. Yes. Twill is how they weave most denim into jeans. But it's two colors. Basically, in my I'm using two strands, and so instead of using two of the same color, I'm using two different colors, which will help create blended effects as they move into different colors. The DMC line of floss is pretty extensive. If it's not at 500 colors, it's very well close to it. And that's just their straight colors, not some of their fancy stuff. But sometimes you can create better shading effects by doing blended colors, especially if you're going to two different colors and two different color families. So big difference. You can see in the saddle the nice blend into light, and in the part of the horse here. This bluish part here is done with a blend of a purple to a blue and to a kind of a white. And those are done with blended colors as opposed to just a gradation. I think 489. I don't know how many exact colors DMC's got. I do not own the full range of DMC floss. Someday I might. I haven't gone out and outright purchased it. It can get kind of expensive, especially since floss is hovering between like 59 and 60 some cents a skein. Sometimes close to 70. And getting all those colors starts to add up after a while. But I buy floss for the fabric or the project I'm going to work on. I go through my collection, see what I've got, and then buy colors I need or colors I'm low on. And that's how we go. If I get to a point where I'm missing a color here and there, I might consider picking up the missed colors, but right now I don't really have good storage for it. Maybe once we move I can get better storage for my floss. Currently it's just kind of in a binder and in a box. And by box, I do not mean my home. It's actually in a box. Because I jokingly say that all my crafting stuff fits into a box. And then my husband says he would like me to stop calling our house a box. Alright, so, okay, we are going here on, I think we're going right there. Yes. Cujo, let me know if she gets too much. It's time? Okay, so let me secure where my floss is. I was hoping to go till 8 my time, but I think the baby's had enough. So, note to self, if streaming around this time, allow for break to take care of baby. I am going to call it here. I'm not going to come back. I'm going to call it a night. I know, the baby's getting to be too much, and I've got to get up semi-early tomorrow because of work. But I want to thank everyone for coming, everyone who's still around that followed. Thank you so much for pushing me over 50. I greatly appreciate it. I was kind of hoping to get affiliated the affiliate goal before I moved, and I have, so you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I've got a meeting I have to go to, but yes, I'll be checking my emails as soon as I take care of the baby. Next week, I will probably stream Wednesday, Thursday, maybe only Wednesday, depending on how the packing's going. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. If you want to see the better picture, check out my Instagram later today. And everyone have a good night. Thank you for joining me, and I hope everyone has a great night and keep being awesome. Good night.